Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's August 3rd, 2025. It seems to be a pretty nice day today. Just got done doing a walk through the second and third food forest. Posted that video yesterday. And today, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Hulk, the Takushi TL12 V2 track loader. It still has the quick attach soil conditioner on it. Yesterday I did some work around several different spots on the property, and so I'm going to have some more rock and stuff to pick up here, and I'll be using the new rock bucket, and but I'll also be using Optimus to pull some of this stuff up into a pile so I can use the rock bucket to pick it up. So Optimus has the rake on the back. And so we'll see how I end up dealing with this. There's some low spots that have got to be filled in right in here. And we'll see how this works. So this is a swale that comes from, there's a swale along the road up there. And that breaks down in two locations, one up by Pond 1. And one that comes over and breaks into this swale, which goes around to the driveway and works its way around here. And connects with this swale and goes underground, goes to the pond, and goes to the next swale, which goes to the bioremediation canal system and all that. So I did some work around here. There may be some video of me trying to pick up there and take care of that. But another thing I want to do today is, since the soil conditioner is still on the Hulk, I want to come down here and do a little bit of work at the close to the driveway here in this area. This up here, this area here is okay, and this swale down here gets real deep since the elevation changes pretty significantly here. But there's low spots and high spots in here, and I just want to tame the area some and see what I can do with the soil here. Yesterday I went down alongside the driveway, so getting all up in here, you see some of the rocks in here, and it undulates. So the year before last, last year, I took out a big dead ash tree that was here, big roots going every place, and I dug up all those service berries that I transplanted up into the third food forest that I'm having a hard time because I did it this time of year. And so I just roughed this out at that time, and all the grass and weeds grew in here. So I'm going to take the soil conditioner, see if I can make things a little bit better here. Now our ground is really rocky, really bony, and we'll see how things go. I don't know if you can appreciate it, but it really undulates back and forth up in here. High spots, low spots. I just want to take care of some of that and get the rocks set up. And you can see these are manageable rocks, small rocks, but there's some big ones in here as well. So hopefully I don't run into some real big ones, but there may be some songs in some videos in the future. There'll be a couple of songs. There's songs that impacted me when I was young. David Bowie wrote a song, Changes. I think it was around 1970 or somewhere around in there, which really had an impact on me. And I sort of made my own version of it, so that may show up in here. Then another really impactful song, when Elvis Presley made his comeback. I think it's If I Can Believe. I think that's the title of it. Man, that was such a powerful song. And I wrote a song, If I Still Can Believe. And so they're nothing great. They're just my things, my thoughts and all. So these songs, yes, I write the lyrics, and I run it through an AI engine. It's called Suno. It's an artificial intelligence that puts music to your lyrics, and I kind of like that because there's a little bit of creativity in me, not a lot of talent, but we got some creativity down inside there. And so those songs, and I may play other songs as well. It depends on how much I show with this. So anyways, I'm going to get started now and see what I can get accomplished. Wish me luck.
Out where the trees lean low and the shadows run deep, there's a patch of earth that won't let me sleep. Twisted roots and stones like bones in the clay, but I fired up the Hulk, gonna clear me away. I'm taming this ground, one pass at a time. Through the dust and the grind, I make it mine. With the Hulk growling low and the soil blade down, I'm carving out order from this stubborn ground. Yeah, I'm taming this ground, no turning around. Dead trees like ghosts still stand in the way, branches like arms trying to make me stay. But the quick attach hums like a song I know, tearing through the mess where nothing would grow. I'm taming this ground, one pass at a time. Through the dust and the grind, I'll make it mine. With the Hulk growling low and the soil blade down, I'm carving out order from this stubborn ground. Yeah, I'm taming this ground, no turning around. Run deep like the years on my face, but I've got steel and will in this wild place. It's not just dirt, it's a story I write. One rock, one root, one fight at a time. I'm taming this ground, one pass at a time. Through the sweat and the strain, I draw the line. With the Hulk by my side and the earth spinning round, I'm breaking it loose till it's level and sound. Yeah, I'm taming this ground, this battle's my crown. So let the sticks snap and the stones fly free. This land won't win, it's working for me. With grit in my hands and diesel in my soul, I'm taming this ground, making broken things whole.
Okay, so just before lunch I finished up getting this pile here together. Boy, I'll tell you that soil conditioner, working on this rock hard compacted bed here really does an extremely good job. And it's bone dry, so it's dusty and all. And there's still some roots here from the big ash that was here. And if I pulled up every rock, there'd be big holes all over the place. But I'd say this bugger does a very, very nice job. So, and I know this will take a little bit of extra effort, but what I wanted to do was push as much stuff down here as possible. And I decided, since there's so many small rocks, that I'll be dropping rocks. If I use the rock bucket, I'll be dropping rocks all the way out back. And so I decided I'd hook up my my regular bucket onto the Hulk, and you know, we'll do the first rough picking up to start out with, and I've got all this stuff over here I got to pick up as well. But then I'll have to rake as well, because I won't get all of this stuff. You know, and I have this whole area to do here. So this whole bank here I want to redo. But as you can see, when you go over these areas, it just kicks up so many rocks and all. And we'll see how everything works out here. Now this will be a tough spot right in here, trying to get this angle and cut around in here. But we'll see what we can do. But I think what I'm going to do is try using the standard bucket first, and just keep working my way down that way, and then work my way around to the other spot over there as well. And we'll see how things work. Using the soil conditioner, depending on the challenges that you have, whether it's completely uneven ground or it's all very, very bony ground, or lots of roots or sticks like we had over in the where we worked yesterday. The technique is going to be a little bit different depending on, you know, what you're involved in at the time. So initially I was pushing it, and boy, the rocks were just kicking up and going down into the swale. So then I changed my strategy to pulling it back, so I'd have less man labor over there pulling stuff up out of there. I'll still have some to do, but again, the techniques you learn as time goes on. You know, there's a strategy for each particular circumstance. And of course, the wheels are essential. The way that this can float, and you can adjust the depth of the drum that's actually making contact and beating the ground, is it's very good, because you've got the loader arms all the way down, and it's the tilting of the action of the bucket that puts more pressure on the wheels, raising it. The only challenge is when the wheels climb up on something, like you could see here, all the rocks are getting swept down here until this point, but the wheels were getting up on top of these rocks, which raise the drum. So it's all technique, and we'll learn as we go here. But good hard rocky ground is the best place, I guess, to learn. Over on the new property, it isn't nearly as rocky as this. It's rocky, but this is real rocky here. So we'll see how everything works out. Gonna get on the Hulk now, and well, we're gonna do a little more. Here we go.
I didn't always know where I was headed. As a kid, they called me a troublemaker. Not smart, just a dreamer, chasing things they couldn't see. They didn't see the way my mind worked, how it wandered toward purpose, even when I didn't have the words yet. I was restless, wild even, but not lost, just trying to find soil where I could grow. I didn't fit in their boxes, didn't walk the straight lines they laid out for me, and for a while I wondered if they were right. But time taught me different. I learned how to work with my hands, how to listen to the land, how to build something lasting, a life made of effort, sweat, mistakes, and the kind of joy that comes from doing things your way. There were storms, real ones, and the kind that come crashing inside your chest. But I weathered them,
with Thea by my side, with faith in my back pocket, and a stubborn streak that said this story isn't over. Now I see change not as something to fear, but as something I've walked through again and again. From the city to the country, from punching clocks to planting trees, from being dismissed to being someone others come to for wisdom. I've watched this world shift, seen the old ways crumble and the new ones rise, sometimes for better, sometimes not. But I don't fight it anymore, I face the strange, because strange is where growth lies. And though time keeps moving faster now it seems, I still can't trace it, I can only live it fully. In the soil, in the seasons, in the quiet pride of building a life that matters.
There's a fire in the distance, flickering low, a whisper in the darkness where the brave hearts go. And I've walked through the silence, burdened and torn, but I still hear a voice crying out to be more. Though the road may be long and the night may be cold, there's a truth in my chest I refuse to let go. If I still believe in the power of one, in the strength to rise when the hurting's not done, if I can dream of a world can heal, where love leads the way and the hope becomes real, then I'll give it my all. I won't turn away, 'cause I wasn't made just to fade into gray. If I still believe, then I still must try. Let me live for that dream, or let me die. There are voices behind me saying settle for less, but I was born for the climb, not the comfort of rest. Let the doubters fall silent, let the shadows grow still. I've got mountains to move and a fire to fill. I may stumble and fall, I may break on the climb, but I'll rise with my scars, 'cause the dream's still mine. If I still believe in a purpose that's true, in the strength to build what's been broken into, if I can see through the dark with a soul that won't yield, then I'll carry that light like a sword and a shield. Yes, I'll give it my all. I won't live halfway, 'cause I wasn't made just to trade day by day.
Let me live for that dream, or let me die. Even if no one else stands beside me, even if silence is all I can hear, I will speak with my hands, with my heart, with my soul, and I'll make that dream loud and clear. If I still believe, if there's breath in my chest, I will run toward the fire, I will give it my best. If I can dream of a world where we rise from the fall, then I'll stand for that dream till I've given it all. So I give it my all, come joy or come pain. I was born for the fight, not to live life in vain. If I still believe, then I still must try. Let me live for that dream, or let me die. You wrote of a man with a giant's hands, of pigeons and gliders and war-torn lands. You carried the weight of the years gone by, with a truth in your words that made me cry. You said you weren't the son you wished you'd been, but brother, I saw the fight within. What matters most ain't the trophies or praise, it's the work we do in the silent days. It's showing up now with a heart that's true. It's saying the words we thought we outgrew. You're still my brother, you've always been. What matters most is you're here again. I remember the John boat sunk in the ice, Dad's welding cap, his hands like vice. He'd take me riding down near the bend where the Oswego River would twist and send. Those childhood echoes through the trees, and he'd tell his stories in bits and pieces. I saw him cry in his final days, said I'm not Boxcar Wallace in a haze. Something inside him broke wide open, a wound too old to ever be spoken. But I held his hand and I knew right then he was more than his silence, more than his sin. What matters most ain't the tales left untold, it's the love that stays when we're feeling old. It's the way we forgive even when it's hard, the mending of time in a brother's card. You're still my brother, you've always been. What matters most is we start again. So here's to the memories, the pain and the grace, to the man who wore steel and the lines on his face. And here's to you, Jim, and the road you chose,
because what matters most is what the heart knows. Whatever happened to the good old days when we'd ride our bikes through the dusty haze, down that old dirt road where we made our stand, with bare feet tough and dreams unplanned. No smartphones then, just calling home on a party line we didn't own. You had to wait your turn to talk and hang up fast if grandma walked. Whoa, whatever happened to the good old days? Fireflies lit up the night like praise. We drank from hoses, played till dark, caught bullfrogs in the neighbor's park. Now it's all glass screens and satellite maps. Where did we lose those gentle laps? I'm not bitter, but I miss the ways of simpler times and good old days. The swamp where we chased dragonflies is now a cul-de-sac with vinyl sides. They leveled the land, paved over the past. Guess nothing good was meant to last. No barn remains, no clothesline swing, just rows of houses crowding in. But I still see it in my mind, a little home, a slower time. Oh, whatever happened to the good old days? When folks said hi and bowed to pray, when hard work wasn't just a phrase and family meant more than birthdays. Now it's all rush, swipe and go, but back then we took life slow. I still hold tight to what it gave, those fading scenes, those good old days. My brothers now, they're grayer too. We talk of back then when skies were blue. One's in the hospital, we're saying prayers, still holding strong, but time's not fair. I've got grandkids now and a great-grandson. A new world starts where the old one's done. Whatever happened to the good old days when a handshake sealed what words would say? When we built things tough and meant 'em strong, and right still mattered more than wrong. I don't want back what's come and gone, but I sure miss where I came from. So I'll keep living in quiet ways that still remember the good old days. Yeah. Yeah, 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 I still carry the good old days like a locket in my soul that never fades. The old dirt road we grew up on is paved and lined with houses now. The swamp we played in, ran around, got drained and built up, leveled down. No old barn left, no backyard swing, just driveways, fences, everything. The
home we knew is gone for good, but we still see it like we should. We're all getting old and feeling it too. The world keeps changing faster than we do. We had party lines and Sunday grace. Now it's smartphones in every face. But we remember how it used to be, when life moved slow and we ran free. Though the past is just a shadow cast, we still carry the way it was. My brothers all are showing age. We used to race, now we turn the page. One's back in the hospital again. We send our prayers and call our friends. We laugh like boys, still crack a smile, even if the calls come every while. We've all got grandkids of our own, and I've held my great-grandson at home. We're all getting old and feeling it too, but there's love in the lines and strength in the truth. We had dirt-stained jeans and firefly nights. Now it's headline screens and traffic lights. But we remember how it used to be, barefoot summers and climbing trees. Though the world moves fast and doesn't pause, we still carry the way it was. What they call old, we call wise. We see the past in younger eyes. They don't know those rotary rings or what a party line would bring. But we were there, we lived it loud, before the silence of the crowd. We're all getting old, and that's alright. There's still a fire burning in the night. We built a life on grit and grace, and time can't take that kind of place. So we remember how it used to be, and share the stories honestly. Though the world may change, just because we still carry the way it was. We planted dreams beneath the sun, hundreds of trees, our work begun. Saplings small with hope they'd grow, steady and silent through seasons flow. Years rolled by, we turned away. Life got busy, we couldn't stay. The branches reached, the roots took hold, a forest born both wild and bold. Oh, the creep of time, it slips on through. Things you don't see till they tower over you. Neglected limbs, too close, too frail. Now it's time to mend, to thin, to trail. Prune it back, let the light come in. Learn from the past, let the growth begin.
placed them wrong, too tight, too near. Crowded dreams in a tangled sphere. Some trees weak, disease crept in. Choices I made now wear me thin. The food forest hums, but it's overgrown. Neglect's a debt that time has sown. With shears in hand, I face the task to clear the way, reclaim the past. Oh, the creep of time, it slips on through. Things you don't see till they tower over you. Neglected limbs, too close, too frail. Now it's time to mend, to thin, to trail. Prune it back, let the light come in. Learn from the past, let the growth begin. Every snip's a lesson learned, every branch a page I've turned. The forest breathes, it still forgives, teaching me how to grow, to live, thinning out the weak and worn. A stronger world will be reborn. Oh, the creep of time, it slips on through. Things you don't see till they tower over you. Neglected limbs, too close, too frail. Now it's time to mend, to thin, to trail. Prune it back, let the light come in. Learn from the past, let the growth begin. So here I stand with tools in hand, tending the trees across the land. The creep of time, it won't wait, but with care I'll set things straight. From roots to sky, I'll make it right. A forest thriving in the light.
Well, things went pretty well today. Real happy with the Quick Attach soil conditioner. It does a great job. There are a few rocks in here, but it's some that I kicked up that are still sitting up here in the grass, and some around here as well. Some roots pieces still in here, but all in all, considering how rocky our ground is, it filled in the real low spots here, knocked down the high spots. That worked out well. Made it easier over here at the edge. I did kick some of the rocks over here. Well, just how things work out. But there was a pretty good sized pile of rocks right here. Rocks all along this margin. This is going to need more work here in the future. Of course, I didn't get them all up from the driveway yet either. But yeah, we'll take a walk around up here. I've got to go over the driveway a few more times with the soil conditioner. So there's a little pile here that I still got to get up. Put all the rocks in here. You know what? It was a good idea using the standard bucket. You can see these are what our driveway is made out of. Lots and lots of rocks. So these are some of the smaller of the stone wall pieces I put in here. I don't want to go too much deeper because I could really hit some of those big boulders down in there. So there's more dress-up work to do here and a few rocks here and there. But considering all the rocks that were kicked up and were sitting in there, I'll probably at some point come along and do this side because there is a low spot in here which throws you off picking up the rocks. But this whole edge here I think is much better. Much better. And yeah, and I do have some soil out back. It's got rocks, and it has roots and all that. I may bring some of that up here and try and work on this edge here wherever there's some low spots. I don't know yet. I still have to come over here and do a lot more in this area. But for the test of doing this edge here, really, really happy. I've got to do this area in here yet. Going around this corner, a bit challenging, but it worked out okay. I didn't do perfect, not by any stretch of the imagination, but took quite a few loads down and back, filled in some voids. But you can actually see just what this ground is like, just solid like a rock. And this is an area where I've been, you know, the soil's been building up over time. So this is different. This is closer to original. And come around here. So now you can see how it all connects with. So we have the main runoff from the road area, goes into that long swell, can come through here, or the stuff that misses it goes down the driveway, can both work the way down around here and go into this swale, and this swale goes into the pond and overflow goes into the next swale. So this one here drains right over into here. This is pond 2. So everything from up in there, anything that overflows from pond 1 up there, and there's another gentle swell going down there, it all can have a first pass going into here, then it runs over the overflow over there. But if these lines get oversaturated, another line brings it to this swale over here, and this swale here goes down to the sediment collecting canal system that runs around the building, that runs around the buildings, and the spillway is over here. So right here is where the spillway is coming down, goes between these two lines and then into that sediment collecting canal. But it is just bone dry around here. Even the lower beaver pond, which goes into the new pond that I put there, it's not overflowing anymore. So it's pretty amazing how dry things are right here. So anyways, pretty happy with what we got done today. Took a few hours, but we got quite a bit of material moved. Pretty happy with that. So thank goodness for having some decent equipment. The Hulk, man, having a good skid steer track loader, really important. Having a really good soil conditioner, really, man, the number of hours I would spend trying to get that smooth, yeah, a lot of rake time. And it probably just wouldn't happen. I'd smooth it out the best I could with the bucket. Anyways, that's it for today's video, folks. We really appreciate you watching. Appreciate your comments, your suggestions, and your thumbs up. I hope you folks stay safe and take care. Enjoy what's left of this summer. Bye-bye now.